Hey guys, I just wanted to film a wrap-up video for Plastic Free July 2017. I'm going to go over what it is if you're watching this and you have no earthly idea what Plastic Free July is, when I started participating in this challenge, and then my successes and my failures this year. So let's get into it. So Plastic Free July is a challenge that was founded by the zero waste community to try to encourage people to kind of audit themselves and be more aware of what they put into the landfill. And it basically is for the whole month of July, you try not to create any new plastic. So if you have a plastic Tupperware, or if you have groceries currently in your house that are plastic, once July 1st hits, it's not you can't use that stuff. It's more, starting July 1st, you do not purchase or bring any new plastic into your house, which sounds extremely daunting, but if you prepare, a month or so in advance and you kind of give yourself the freedom and the wiggle room to fail every day, as long as you're succeeding more than you're failing, it can change your life, or at least change your or change your outlook on trash, or what your personal responsibilities are as a trash producing person. So I started Plastic Free July 3 years ago because my birthday month is July, so I knew that I was gonna be coming into some money, so I knew that I could go out and buy kind of the essentials. And I went to Lush and I bought everything for my bathroom. So starting July, my bathroom was completely zero waste when it came to things that I might have been purchasing for the month of July. So I still had like a normal toothbrush or like deodorant, things like that I, did not immediately purchase. But shampoo, conditioner, face wash, body wash, all that kind of stuff is where I started. And now I've been 3 years kind of identifying as a zero waster, and I have to thank Plastic Free July for that, because I don't think that I would have found this movement or been so dedicated or been addicted to this if it hadn't been for the Plastic Free July challenge. So yep, that's where all this started, was this challenge. And the thing about it is I feel like if you make a giant life change, it's way easier if you just set a small goal, like 1 month or 1 week, rather than I'm going to be zero waste starting today. I don't know where I'm starting, but I'm starting today. Like that's a little much. So let's go over my failures this year. Let's start with the negatives so we can end on a positive. My biggest failure this year, like I said, it's my birthday month. My favorite thing to do on my birthday is to drive around and get free stuff. So I have a specific email that I've signed up for literally everything. It's like 200 businesses, whether it be restaurants or makeup or whatever. I have subscribed to their club so that I get free stuff on my birthday. So my favorite thing to do is to drive around and get free stuff. Now, as a person with celiac who is chosen to be vegan and zero waste, getting free stuff that fits into that tiny, very specific mold, not gonna happen. Like, never ever gonna happen. Hi, I'm here for my free thing. Also, can you accommodate me? I just give it to all my friends and family. And as far as the trash, I just don't try, I guess, because if you're driving around, so on my birthday this year, I think we went to 10, in between 10 and 15 places for free stuff. And I have a lot of mason jars. I do not have that much Tupperware, first of all. So even if we got them all for here and then immediately transferred it to Tupperware, I guess. But some of them are fast food places, so they don't have a free here option where there is no trash. And it's already stressful to hang out with somebody, and thank you to Tor, my sister, who drove me around so we could have fun. So it was a fail. It's definitely a fail when it comes to plastic free, because most fast food and everything like that, even if it's paper, the cups are lined with plastic, or the paper is lined with plastic if it's any sort of sandwich place where they need to keep the juices in, or I don't know. I'm just saying I'm counting it as a fail because I produced a lot of plastic. But I also got free food, and I also got to make my friends and family happy, so I kind of took that as like a bonus day, because I just felt like that was bigger than the movement, especially since I've been doing it for 3 years. It's not something that like I felt the need to challenge myself. It was kind of like a fresh start. Which, speaking of fresh starts, my second fail was meal prep. So my job, when I first moved here, I told my job I would only work in the mornings. So I knew not necessarily what days I was working and not necessarily what shifts, but I knew that, okay, I'm definitely going to be at work by at least this time and off by at least this time. So I could kind of plan ahead, and I'm a very, I don't know, I love routines. I'm a person who loves routines, loves repetition. I have no problem waking up doing the same thing every day as far as timing. Like if I have to do the same thing, probably not, but timing, like I want structure and I want repetition. So when I don't have that, it's really hard for me to A, keep my energy, because that drains me a lot, but B, be able to like look forward 2 days and be able to be like, okay, I need to get XYZ done in order to survive the next 4 days. Because it'll be like, okay, you're going to work till 11 p.m. and then the next day you're going to be off at 1 and then you're going to wake up at 4, and then it's so all over the place that it's been really hard planning, I guess, which, I mean, that makes no sense because it's not like I get my schedule every day. I get it every week. So once that schedule comes out, I should be able to plan and accommodate and adjust my life. But it's the energy aspect that like, I just like when I have a day off, like all I do is veg out because I'm just so exhausted from like a schedule that looks like a hospital monitor. Like it's exhausting and I don't like it, and meal prep has been the thing that I've been sacrificing. Granted, I work in food, so every time I buy food, I put it on a plate and I don't create any trash at work. Plastic Free July was my rude awakening of you need to plan better. On the days that I didn't want to eat avocado toast, because that's pretty much all I can eat at work is avocado toast and some smoothie bowls and stuff, I would walk over to Starbucks and get salads because my body was just craving nutrients because I was just eating bread and avocado because I was so lazy. So I knew I needed more nutrients, and I felt like I didn't want to get sick. I didn't want to sacrifice my health for Plastic Free July. That was a fail. Meal prep, I failed horribly. It's my day off today. I have literally done no meal prep. I made candied walnuts. That's what I've done today. I knew I needed to get through some walnuts. It's not exactly a meal. And then my final failure, which is not necessarily a zero waste fail in that it affected the environment or the challenge in any way, but I started to feel very bad about myself and my self-accountability because of the meal prep and the birth. Like, it just was piling on, and I just felt overwhelmed by it, which sounds dumb because I've been doing it for so long. And because I've been doing it for so long, I really didn't change too much to go through this challenge. It was literally just meal prepping was like the one thing that I had to focus on, and I just failed. And I love making YouTube videos and posting on Instagram and, you know, my blog, everything that, you know, a creator has. And I want to do this. I want this to grow, and I want this to be able to pay some bills one day, or maybe have people be able to watch these in the future and get information from them. And if I don't post, that can't happen. So I purposely did not delete the pictures, but I was trying to every day post the number of the day, like the date. I don't know why I said that weird. I was trying to post the date in a picture and just kind of remind people, like, it's still going on. Like, this is Plastic Free July, and post kind of what I did, or, you know, a little factoid if you watch Drifters. And I didn't. I stopped. I got to, I think, the 13th, which is kind of creepy. And then it was one of those things where I would forget to post one day and be like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. And then the next day would come and I'm like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And then I'd rapidly post 3 at a time and be like, fuck, like, okay, that's really awkward, but I'll do better tomorrow. I'll post tomorrow. And then 2 days go by and I'm like, oh God, I didn't post. Then I just felt stupid. I'm like, I should have planned so much better. If I want to do this as, you know, a career is a strong word, but if I want to do this as a paying hobby, I actually have to do it. I can't sit around and just hope I gain new followers or hope that people, you know, watch my videos enough where I can get $1. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not okay. I should be doing it for myself and because I like it and because I want this to grow, and it shouldn't feel like I'm being guilted into doing it, and that's what it felt like, and that sucked. And I kind of took the rest of July to kind of feel like, okay, it's my birthday, I'm another year older, this is a challenge that's going on that means a lot to me. I've been asking my family and friends to just, you know, adjust their lives minutely, like don't ever buy soda or water in plastic bottles anymore, like little things. And here I am on the thing that means so much to me, and I like can't even cook rice on time and like post one Instagram from a Google searched image. Like, I'm not even creating content at this point, and that was just like really upsetting, and I've kind of kicked my butt into gear. So yeah, those are my failures, and on to my successes, because I did, like I said, I didn't change much, so I kind of feel inappropriate like bragging, because this wasn't a hard thing. Like, this is my 3rd year, like I should have all the utensils, we're good. But like I said, since I suck at meal prepping, I tried, there's a Ralph's across the street from where I work, and I was trying to go there and try to get like one day I ate like 2 handfuls of lychees for lunch. Like, it's like Fruit Loop candy. Like, what are you doing? That's not a meal, but they're so good. So one day I went in and I wanted sushi, but sushi at grocery stores always comes in those, you know, plastic things, containers, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. And I was determined to try to see if I could get a plastic-free option without bringing something of my own, because I forgot my eco lunchbox, and that's usually, they just put it in there, that's fine. So I walked around the store and I found the soup section, and those are paper cups. So I know, again, they're lined, but I'm trying. So I just handed the sushi chef one of the biggest soup cups and asked him to put the sushi in there. He was the sweetest old guy, like still made it all presentable, like still put like, because I was like, I don't need, you know, the grass separating, I don't need the ginger, I don't need chopsticks, I don't need any of that, just lots of lemon and wasabi. And he like still like, I wish I took a picture of it, he still like arranged it so that it was like presentable, like just shoved in the soup cup, and I was like, aren't you cute? And then he printed out the sticker that would have gone wrapped around the plastic container and just stuck it on the side of the soup cup. And I mean, it wasn't like easy. I mean, he barely spoke English, and everybody at the rest of the deli was like telling me I was weird and that I wasn't allowed to do it and all this kind of stuff. But he, as soon as he understood what I was doing, he was totally down, and like I said, made it look adorable, which is important. And then I just went and checked out, and every single person I passed was asking why and what I was doing, and all those people now know about Plastic Free July. Whether or not they went home and Googled it, I do not know, but I'm hoping that at least it's like a, you know, an earworm, that every time they used plastic for the rest of the day, they were kind of took a second, or at least a second until they bought it, and kind of realized what they were doing. So yeah, that was pretty fun. And even though it was really weird, it was a success, and I never did it again because it was so stressful for everyone involved. It was just easier if I just bring my eco lunchbox. But it was a cool life experiment, I guess. And then speaking of my eco lunchbox, my other success is that there's a Mexican fast food place across the street as well. And I usually go there and I get, you know, rice, beans, lettuce, whatever, and they all come in separate styrofoam cups. So I just brought my eco lunchbox and asked them to put rice, beans, and tortillas in my lunchbox, and that was it. There was they did not care. They just put it right in there. Dumb thing though, if you have a metal lunchbox and you put piping hot food in it, you can't hold the lunchbox. So I looked like an absolute turd walking back to my job with my lunchbox like cradled in my work shirt with like my belly just hanging out. Like, that was not a success. But the food was a success and it tasted bomb, and there was like no one thought it was weird. I mean, they probably thought I was weird, but the moment was not weird, which is what's important. Also, I think my last and final success is that it did revamp my passion for sustainability in general, and specifically zero waste and plastic. I feel like because I've been zero waste for so long, I don't feel as guilty when I cheat and do use styrofoam or plastic or something for a quick snack, food, purchased item in any way, because I'm kind of like, okay, well, the amount of plastic that I would have used in the 3 years that I've been zero waste is nothing compared to this one styrofoam like takeaway container or whatever. You get the point. Hopefully, now that I kind of remembered to give a shit, I will give a shit. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, I know this was like a more of a chatty video and I don't really have anything to like physically show you, but I just wanted to give you a roundup of what my Plastic Free July was like as a third year participant, and that it's kind of never over. You're always learning and growing, and you're always gonna have failures no matter how great you are at being a zero waster. Let me know if you participated or if you want to participate next year. Granted, you don't need to wait for July in order to try this out. Maybe try it out for a week. Pick a month that you think that you'll be either less busy or more capable of being zero waste or being plastic free, and just do it that month and document it for yourself. Let me know if you have any questions. Totally down to help. Other than that, I will talk to you guys next time, which will hopefully, if I do get my stuff together, will be soon. All right, thanks guys. Bye.